As you see these drivers, Joey Perino, Alba, Tony Membrino Jr. Last week.
For the lead. Jeff Beaujolais is back by 26 points. And then Stephen Kopsick, Matt Swanson, Bob Charland, and Tony Membrino to round out the top 7. So that's close action at its best. They thunder off turn number 4, double greens from Tim on the starter stand. And Kyle Traynor looks for his first career victory as Peyton Henry is on the outside. Look at Beaujolais and Doulard.
Doulard almost had an opening underneath Traynor, decided to think better of it, and almost like he was shot out of a harpoon gun. In trouble. That is Henry, and hitting the wall is Beaujolais, and cars are flipping over.
Off turn number 4, a wild chain of events. We should also mention that in the Valente Series, nobody's been dominating this year, by the way. We've seen a lot of different winners, including our last time here at Stafford, so we're looking for more new winners to add to the list.
Yeah, it seems that things are pretty even, as I believe Todd Zegedy and Woody Pitcat were battling for the lead heading into tonight's action. And Lee is still very early in the season, so you want to come out next Friday night and see the Valente Series in action in their 80-lap feature. Right now, Todd Doulard is leading the field around into the 3rd turn. In his hip pocket is Jay Goff. Jay Goff said he hasn't been able to hit on the right setup during the last couple of events. We'll see if he was able to rectify the situation tonight as we get ready for green flag conditions.
Green is back. They're up through the gears, and Doulard rumbles down into turn number 1 as the leader of the pack. Meanwhile, going to the outside, here goes Goff. Here comes Membrino and Kopsick with Salva, top 5.
Membrino looks pretty fast on the outside, but looking even faster on the inside is Stephen Kopsick. As Kopsick whirlwinds his way underneath the 07 of Goff, and now he assaults the back bumper of the Todd Doulard car.
They are almost 3 wide into turn number 2, but Doulard is still the leader of the pack. Kopsick tries a different line, this time on the inside of Goff, as Nick Salva moves into the top 4. Membrino drops back, and here comes Vinny Anglaise. He's coming to the front of the field. Kopsick going for the lead.
And Kopsick has an alley underneath. Let's see if he can exploit it. Doulard still has a lead. They boogie their way into the 3rd quarter, and here is Kopsick. He is able to nitro his way into the lead.
Going, gone. Kopsick, the leader of the event, back to the stripe. 3 laps in, is setting the pace. Meanwhile, here comes Nick Salva, the Mr. Rooter machine, up to 2nd. He shakes off Doulard. Here comes Goff. He'll take over the 3rd spot, and Membrino wants to make his presence known. Kopsick is the fastest car on the racetrack, 20.624.
But a man who is able to make a move is Tony Membrino getting underneath Doulard. Vinny Anglaise, only his 3rd outing this year at Stafford, as he tries to blockbuster his way underneath the 16 car. At the front of the field, Nick Salva is making things interesting against Stephen Kopsick.
Well, that's been happening. Membrino down underneath Jay Goff in a battle for side-by-side racing for the 3rd spot. It is Membrino who inches his way into position number 3. Goff drops back to the 4th spot. Vinny Anglaise is up to 5. All of a sudden, Goff and Membrino got locked together. That upset Vinny Anglaise, and now Charland will work over Anglaise to the bottom of the top 8.
As Charland trying to carve his way underneath the 95 car of Anglaise. The Warhorse is having a great run. Glenn Griswold in the top 8. And right behind him is Aaron Goff in car number 66. At the front of the field, the war continues to wage between Steve Kopsick and Nick Salva.
The clock is starting to tick in this event, and Nick Salva is trying to move in. Salva turned the fastest lap of the race last time by 20.126. 20.126, car number 98.
Hitting the wall, Doulard. Doulard hit the wall, maybe a flat tire, as he rattles the fence underneath the Sunoco sign.
Charland moved down through the grass with the number 1 car. Don't think there was any damage done to that machine at this point, but Doulard did a good job of keeping that car off the Armco. And I think you called it right, Matt. I think a right front tire went down with 7 laps.
In the late models, that'll be coming up next, and then we will have the SK modifieds, and it will be Michael Jarvis looking for his second straight win, Ryan Priest looking for win number 1 of the year, Ted Christopher looking for his first win. It'll all be coming up right after the completion of this SK Light feature.
Opposite the point setter out front in this one, the leading truck and trailer repair. Among the sponsors of that race car. Topsic steps on the gas, Nick Salvo. Tries to stay glued to the front two. It's Nick Salvo. Tries to make a run for it in the outside lane, Matt. But Topsic guards the spot, but Nick Salvo takes it in deep. They're wheel to wheel and side by side as they cut back to the stripe.
The driver with the most voltage, Nick Salvo, to the outside. Half a car length ahead of Topsic. Let's see what happens as they force through their way into turn number 3. Salvo is your leader.
But Topsic isn't about to give up. He continues to fight back. Topsic wheels into the inside. They touch off turn number 4. Salvo back at the line. 10 laps go when they come to the stripe. Hadley bends over, but the wheel action is still up to the run. So that Membrino back up to 3rd. 4th is still the Goff machine, and the Glenn Griswold is now surfaced among the top 5 cars.
And right behind Griswold is Bob Charlin, followed by the 66 of Aaron Goff, and then the 40 in Trader. But things are heating up again at the front of the field. Look at Topsic. He's looking to make a downstairs maneuver against Nick Salvo. So as they rumble their way off the corner, it is still Salvo in front, but Steve Topsic is not very far behind.
Steve Topsic is a kid that's hungry. Salvo's been there and done that already this season. As Topsic continues to reel it back in. Single file the story further back at the bottom of the top 10. But meanwhile, Topsic tries a little different line this time. He runs in the tire tracks of Nick Salvo, but he's looking to set himself up to contend and work his way back around. Salvo's got the lead covered so far. Here comes Glenn Griswold battling with Jake Goff, with Charlin waiting in the wings. That's the battle for 4.
A little tap to the back of Salvo's car administered by Topsic. So could this be a bump and run? Here comes a 31 of Topsic. He is dead even with Salvo in turn 2.
Salvo just keeps digging in the outside lane. Topsic pitches the field off, and now Glenn Griswold has moved into the 4th spot over Jake Goff. Here comes Charlin, the challenge there for that position as Salvo leads him back to the line.
And Salvo is leading by Gorilla's arms length over the 31 of Topsic. As Topsic tried a little woodpecker action a couple of laps ago.
Down in turn 2, we have one up next to the Armco on the top side of the racetrack, Matt. And that, I believe, is the 66 of Aaron Goff.
Tony Membrino, you get an indication that he has saved his car, so I think he is going to have a lot left for the final 6-lap stretch run. And one guy having his best timing in a long time, that is Glenn Griswold, car number 60. So Glenn is one of those guys who likes to compete in a variety of tracks and in a variety of divisions, having a great run.
Certainly is, and we should give a shout out to Carlos with the number 69 car. I think there's going to be dessert on him if he continues to do what he's doing.
Yeah, go to Elbows Dockside, tell them that you saw Carlos in action, and they will give you free dessert after your dinner.
Here they come. Salvo, with the help of Membrino, is Nick Salvo, and now Tony Membrino moves in to take over 2nd, but Topsic keeps digging on the outside. Here comes Charlin. He is now applying the pressure to Goff, his neighbor, and that's the battle 3 wide, Matt, for that 4th spot.
Charlin on the inside, Goff in the middle as he tries to maintain that position. Griswold on the outside, and Goff goes around. Everybody is avoiding him, and Goff is able to backpedal that car back onto the grass. And the fourth caution of this race comes out with 5 laps to go.
Charlie here. Now, Membrino is going to be outside of Salvo this restart. Previously, it was Copsic who was there. Membrino on the last restart, Matt, we saw him align himself and take advantage of the situation there and following Salvo to the front of the class. This could be the final and best restart of the night. Let's see what's going to happen.
And Tony Membrino, one of those drivers in the TJ Burnham mode, the only thing that matters to him is victories. So we'll see if he can pull one out against Nick Salvo.
Here they come. Green back out. Salvo guarding the bottom. Membrino to the outside. Copsic. And now look at Glenn Griswold. Griswold wants to be on the podium.
And he has momentum on the outside. Copsic, he is able to snip his way underneath the 44 Membrino. And Glace is a factor in car number 95, but they're all trying to hunt down Nick Salvo.
Nick Salvo on top of his game tonight. Squeeze it out down the back straightaway. Copsic still sitting in the runner-up spot. Here's the battle for third. Membrino hunted down by Griswold and Vinny Glace. Trying everything possible, Matt, to make the players know they can go to the top 4. Caution is out.
And there is some trash in turn number 3, and that forces the 6th caution of the race. We know that he is one of those drivers that the only thing that concerns him is winning. He is not a points racer, even though he has won 2 championships. One in the SK Lights and one in the Dare Stocks. He says, secondary to him, he is going to those checkered flags and the big trophies. So he is yet to be heard from.
And Glenn Griswold, we haven't seen him this strong in quite some time. He's up to the 4th spot. Vinny Glace has been a factor all night long in this event. Hasn't gotten many breaks, but he's been there, and he's currently in the 5th position. Not over with yet. 17 up on the board of 20. Lights are off on the pace car. Pulls to the inside. Here they come, rumbling back to the line. The green is out, and Salvo with a slight advantage. Membrino tries to pressure Copsic into in second. It doesn't work back.
But Copsic is able to hold off Membrino. Now Copsic goes to the bottom groove. He is looking for some elbow room against Salvo. Down to the final 2 laps, and Nick Salvo is all over the back, all over the lead, and all over his back bumper is Steve Copsic.
Copsic right there as he head down the back straightaway. Salvo, the main leader, car number 98, dominant up front of this event. Copsic wheels it back in. They're bumper to bumper, back to the line. He lets him know he's there. The white flag is out. Nick Salvo looks for another victory here at Stafford. Copsic isn't about to give up. Final time to turn number 3.
Let's see what Copsic can do. He is hanging back. Now he is ready to make his move as they explode into turn 4.
It is Nick Salvo at the line. Copsic to finish in second. Membrino for third. Vinny Glace to finish in 4. And Glenn Griswold to finish on the top 5.
Then it was Kyle Trader at 6, Jay Goff at 7, Eric Goff at 8, Bob Charlotte at 9, and Pete LaPooch will round out the top 10.
Bruce Black finishes to finish in second. And Membrino shows that the fastest car prevails to finish on the podium among the top 3.
And Nick Salvo was able to avoid that first lap altercation that knocked out 8 drivers. 23 started, 8 were KO'd after lap number 1. Then it was Todd Dullard who lasted until lap number 7 when he hit the wall. And then there were 14 cars on the lead lap, and they all were able to follow Nick Salvo. Second win for Salvo, as we will go to Napa Victory Lane and head to the gunner, John Gates.
Okay, Matt, thank you very much. As Nick Salvo coming up out of the vehicle right now. Let's give him a hand. Great feature win. Young driver to the Mr. Rooter machine. Boy, what a run it was. Big hug there on top of the roof. Nick Salvo, that roof is all caved in, by the way, race fans, but he doesn't care. He's in victory lane here. And that is Bo Gunning giving me a hug, giving a big hug right there to Nick Salvo, your feature winner in the SK Light Modified main event. As we get over here and get a word with Nick. Man, Nick, you had to earn that one on the outside. What a pass on the 31, and he was right there at the end as well.
I really got to thank these guys. Everybody ran me clean. We had a great race. I mean, this car was unbelievable. I have a lot of people I have to thank. We were in the pits getting ready to come out when a rock arm fell off. I have to thank Keith Rocco, Mike Pettit, Donnie Wood from Rat Auto Machine, Pete from Rat Auto Machine. I mean, we weren't going to race. The rock arm was off, and we got it back together. So my whole crew, JG Pull and Drywall, TS Haulers, Mr. Reuter Plumbing, Dell's Vinyl Siding, Northeast Race Cars. I think that's everybody. Silver Rain Heating and Cooling, Team Critical. Everybody, thank you.
There it is, folks. Nick Salva, feature winner in the SK Light Modifieds, and we're going to go to DNA.
You and Stephen Kopchik survived the war there, especially from that lap 1 wreck, and to come home second. I know a couple restarts there didn't benefit you. Did that last one help you out to get a chance to go for the win?
I don't know if it helped me out or if Tony just wasn't as strong on that restart as the last one, but we changed something in the car and I kind of lost the outside line a little bit, and I think we might have been able to get by him on the outside. I mean, I was thinking about, I don't know if anyone's here, but last year, fall final, the same thing, I was starting on the outside from him, and I was able to do to him what he did to me tonight, but we just didn't quite have the car that he had. We were a little snug, but we got a good car. We got a good car for next week.
All right, another solid day for Stephen Kopchik, and you have anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, I mean, everyone helps out in this car. Newtown Pools, NJK Automotive, David Smith Racing, Jarvis Brothers Roofing, TA Engines for that awesome power, and Chassis Dynamics for the awesome car that's going to be better, and just everyone that helps out, thank you.
All right, congratulations. Enjoy second place, and we'll bring in Tony Membrino Jr., who finished in third. And you were battling back and forth with Stephen Kopchik on those restarts. It was almost, you took the outside, and he took the outside. Tell me about that.
It's real good hard racing. This is modified country, baby, and we put on good shows when we don't pile it up. And I hope everyone's okay. I didn't really have a good look at what actually happened. I had dirt in my face, but I heard over the radio everybody's all right, so that's a good thing. Yeah, it's just a wild race going back and forth to these guys. I was kind of hoping something would happen and they'd tangle and I get to squeeze by, but I'll take third. We were trying something a little different with the car, and it didn't really match up. But third place is good. I got to thank my dad, my whole crew, Ed Flunky, everybody that helps out on this car, and all my sponsors also. CWPM Equipment Service, Additive Manufacturing. I got my additive manufacturing crew here tonight, so we're back on the podium. Good luck charms again. Manili's Catering, Cliff Nelson Motorsports, Mohawk, Minuteman Preps, FK Rod Ends, Goodrich. Napa Auto Parts, Automotive Plus, TA Engines for the good horsepower, the Raceworks chassis. Just, glad to be out of that thing in one piece.
Fifth top 5 of the season for Tony Membrino Jr. Let's now send it back upstairs for lucky numbers. Matt, Ben.